Good day. Welcome back to Apostle 1 tutorial. Now, how do you find the previous video? It was very tight, right? Yes, it was very tight. But you people, you are following. Yes, you did very well. One day, I will screenshot all the answers and then post it. I'll screenshot all the answers and then post it. You people are doing very well. I am very happy that you people have been able to follow and then you are solving the questions nicely. I like the feedback. I really like the feedback. And this is motivating me for me to make more videos for you. Yes. Now in this video, I am coming to solve the questions I gave you in lecture 4 and then lecture 5. Yes. So lecture 4, I solved the solution for lecture 1, 2, and 3, and I gave you another question for you to go and try. Now in this lecture, I'm going to continue with lecture 4 and 5. I'm going to solve the solution in a fast way. Yes. So let's go. If this is the first time you are visiting the channel, make sure to like and then subscribe. Share it to as many as friends that you have, many friends that you have. Share it to them, share it on all your platforms. Promote Apostle 1 tutorial. Yes. Thank you very much. Now let's move on. In the lecture 4, I gave you 2 questions. Lecture 5, I gave you 4 questions. So the lecture 4, the first question was, if cos t is 4 out of 5. So lecture 4, it was if cos t is equals to 4 out of 5, and then the t is between 0 and 90 degrees, we have to solve without using calculator the value of 1 over 1 minus sine t minus 1 over 1 plus sine t. So this is the question I gave you. Yes, go to lecture 4 and then go and revisit the question. Yes. Now solution. Now we have to find this expression. It means I have to look for sine t, then I'll come and substitute. I have to look for sine t, then I'll come and substitute. Yes. So from the question we have cos t is equal to 4 out of 5. So as we said earlier, the cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. It is k. So it means the numerator 4 is the adjacent, and then the hypotenuse is the 5. So I have to draw my rectangle triangle. The hypotenuse here is 5. Now let me consider the angle here to be t. This angle opposite to this side. So the adjacent to be here. Now let me solve for this side. Let's say that side is m. So we said the hypotenuse square is equal to what? The opposite square plus adjacent square. The hypotenuse is 5. We don't waste time here. So 5 squared, the opposite is m squared, plus the adjacent is 4, so 4 squared. Now 5 squared will give us 25, m squared, 4 squared will give us 16. You group like terms nicely. Minus 16 is equal to m squared. Minus 16 is equal to m squared. Now this 1 minus 16 will give us 9. So 9 is equal to m squared. So as I said earlier, you find the square root of what? 9. So m will be equal to 3. So we have our m here to be equal to 3. It is necessary to go through this process. Yes. Don't skip any method. Now let's find our sine t. So let's solve for sine t. Sine t, sine is so, and what is so? So is opposite over hypotenuse. What is the opposite? The opposite is 3. And what is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is 5. So what we have to do is to solve this particular question. At this point, we are supposed to solve for 1 over 1 minus sine t, 1 over 1 plus sine t. So let me continue for me. So we have 1 over 1 minus, what is sine t? Sine t is 3 out of 5. So we substitute 3 out of 5. Minus 1 over 1 plus sine t. What is sine t? Is 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Now, at the denominator, this one will multiply this. So I'm going to get 5 minus 3 divided by 3. I'm looking for the LCM of this one. It's 5. This one is over 1. So 1 going to 5, 5 times 1 is 5 minus the 3. Yes. Now the same applies to this one. We have 1 divided by the 5 will multiply the 1, which is 5, plus 3 divided by what? 5. Yes, because this one is over 1. So when you find the LCM, you're going to get 5. Yes, and 1 going to 5, 5 times 1 is 5. 5 going to 5, 1 times 3 is 3. So you are going to get what? 1 divided by 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 divided by 5. And then 1 over 5 plus 3 is 8. So 8 divided by 5. Now don't let this one confuses you. We have 1 divided by 2 out of 3. 2 out of 5. It is the same as 1 times what? 5 out of 2. So this one, the whole of this one is the same as 5 over 2. So this one is the same as 5 out of 2. Then what will be this one? This one is the same as 1. Let me clean this one. It is the same as 1 divided by 8 out of 5, which is the same as 1 times 5 out of 8, which will give us 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8. That is for the second one. So to be 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8. We've been doing this thing previously, so make sure that you go through the previous one and then move on. Now let me continue from here. We are supposed to find the LCM for this one without using calculator. Now, so I have the LCM of 2 and 8 is still 8. 2 going into 8 how many times? 4. 4 times 5 will give us 20. Then 8 going into 8 one time. 1 times 5 will give us 5. So we are going to get 20 minus 5, which is 15 divided by 8. So this is the answer. We can change it to improper fraction. This one is improper fraction, we can change it to mixed fraction. So if we want to change it to mixed fraction, the 8 going to 15 only one time, remainder 7. So one whole number of 7 out of 8. If you want to leave the answer in mixed fraction, yes. And this is the answer to the lecture 4, try question 1. Now let's look at the try question 2. Let's look at the try question 2. Let's look at the try question 2. So try question 2, we have given that we have tan x equal to 1, and then it says that the x is between 0 and 90 degrees. We are supposed to evaluate. We are supposed to solve 1 minus sine square x divided by cos x. Solution. So let's move on. I'm going to solve it straight away. We have tan x, which is equal to 1. Now 1 is the same as 1 over 1. Yes. And tan is 2. It means opposite of our adjacent. The opposite is 1, the adjacent is 1. So for my rectangle triangle, I'm going to get the angle here to be x. My opposite is 1. And then the adjacent here is also 1. Hypotenuse, we don't know. So we're supposed to solve for the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. Hypotenuse is m, so m square is equals to 1 square plus 1 square. 1 square is 1, 1, 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So what will be m? Our m is the same as the root of 2. Our m is the same as root of 2. So this is our root 2. Now we're supposed to find the sine theta, then we find cos theta. Yes. Now so let me solve for sine theta. Oh, sine x. Sine of the angle s. Sine is it is opposite over hypotenuse. So what's the opposite? The opposite is 1, the hypotenuse is root 2. So we have opposite to be 1, hypotenuse to be root 2. Yes. Now let me write here 1 out of root 2. Opposite over hypotenuse. Now, what is our cos? Cos x is equal to k. And what is k? Is adjacent over hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent? The adjacent is 1. The hypotenuse is root 2. You can punch this one in the calculator. You are going to get root 2 out of 2. This one, you're going to get root 2 out of 2. If you punch it on the calculator, you apply your set. I'm not coming to teach set here. Yes. Now, so the rest is we substitute into this equation. So we have 1 minus sine squared x divided by cos x. Yes. Now let me clean this one, then continue from here. Now we are solving 1 minus sine square x divided by cos x. Now, so we have 1 minus sine. Sine is root 2 out of 2, and it is squared, so I have to square this one. Now divided by the cos. What is cos? Cos is root 2 out of 2. Root 2 out of 2. So I can write it like this. Now let me clean this one. The square will affect root 2. To cancel the root 2, left with 2. The square will affect the 2 to give you 4. So you're going to get 1 minus 2 divided by 4. All divided by root 2 out of 2. Root 2 out of 2. Now, so with this one, the top one, the LCM will be 4. So 4 will multiply the 1. We're going to get 4 minus 2. All divided by 4. Now, this one is the numerator. So divided by the denominator, root 2 divided by 2. This is the denominator. Now 4 minus 2 will give us 2 over 4 divided by root 2 out of 2. Now at this point, I can change it to multiplication. But 2 going to self 1 going to 4 2 times. So I'm going to get, I am breaking this one down. 2 going to self 1. 2 going to 4 2 times. Now times, we change this one to multiplication, so we turn it upside down. So 2 over root 2. 2 will cancel 2, so the answer will be 1 over root 2, which is the same as root 2 out of 2. If you punch this one in the calculator, you're going to get root 2 out of 2. It is very simple. Now let's move on to the lecture 5, the assignments for lecture 5. Let's move on to the assignments for lecture 5. Now lecture 5, I gave you the first question. Lecture 5, the first question was, so lecture 5, the first question was, if 3 times square m plus 20 minus 1 equal to 0. And it says that the m is between 0, the m is between 0 and 90 degrees. We are to find the value of m. Please visit lecture 5 and then go through this one. Make sure you like the video. Solution. Now, so we have 3 If you want to understand this imperfect, make sure that you visit lecture 5. Then you solve more questions on this. Yes. Now, so we have 3. I'm going to group like terms. This one is negative, become positive 1. Then I will divide both sides by 3. Yes, so I'm going to get tan square m plus 20 is equals 1 out of 3. Now from here, then I will clear the square by square rooting both sides. So we square root both sides. Square root of 1 out of 3. Now what is square root of 1 out of 3? Square root of 1 out of 3, it means the square root will affect the 1. Square root of 1 is 1. The square root will affect the 3. Square root of 3 is the same root 3. So what do we find the tan inverse? So we have m plus 20. When you find the tan inverse, it's left with the angle, which is m plus 20, which is equal to tan inverse of 1 out of 3. Then you punch this one on the calculator, 9 cd. You punch tan inverse of 1 out of 3. So tan inverse of 1 divided by root 3, and it will give an answer which is 30 degrees. Yes, 30 degrees. So m will give us 30 degrees minus 20, m is equal to 10 degrees. M is equal to 10 degrees. Yes. Now let's move on to the second question. We are solving all the questions in this few minutes. Let's move on to the second question. Now with the second question, we have given that given that 4 tan x minus 2 is equal to 0, and then s is an acute. It says s is acute. We should find the value of x. We have to find the value of x. So how do we solve this one? We have 4 tan x minus 2 equal to 0. So first you're supposed to group like terms, yes. So we have 4 tan x is equal to, this one is negative, it will become 2. Then we divide both sides by anything attached to the tan. That is 4. We divide both sides by 4. So dividing both sides by 4, we are going to get 2 divided by 4. So we have tan x is equal to 1 out of 2, because 2 going to this side, 1 going to 4, 2 times. So what will be x? It will be tan inverse of what? 1 out of 2. And what is tan inverse of 1 out of 2? You punch it on the calculator. Tan inverse of 1 over 2, it will give us 26.565 degrees. You can approximate to any decimal place you want. I didn't specify. The nearest whole number will be 27 degrees. Yes. Now let's move on to the third questions. The third question now, so with the third question, we have something like solve 8 cos theta divided equal to 4 sin theta. Please, the first time you are visiting the channel, please move to the first lecture. Go through the first lecture. This one is from the 5th lecture. So go to the 5th lecture, go through before you come and solve this one. Yes, so that things will be simple for you. Now, so let's see. Now we have to solve for this one. The angle is between 0 and then 90 degrees. So how are you going to solve solution? We have 8 cos theta is equal to 4 sin theta. So as usual, we said that this one is cos, this one is sin. We can't. Okay, so as I was saying, this one contains cos and sine at the same time. But don't forget that in our previous video, we made a conclusion or deduction that tan of any angle theta is the same as sin theta over cos theta. So we can apply that in here to change this one to tan theta, then we solve it. Yes, it's very simple as ABC. Yes. So how can I get tan theta? It means I have to divide through by a cos so that I'll get sin theta over cos theta, which will give us tan theta. Yes. So because of that, I have to divide this one by cos theta and this one too by cos theta. So that cos will cancel cos. We're going to get 8. Sine divided by cos, we have 4. Sine divided by cos will give us tan of the angle theta. We divide through by 4, here by 4, here by 4. So we have 4 going to 8 how many times? Is 2 times. We're going to get tan what? Theta. So from here, you can just find the tan inverse, then we are done. Yes. So let's find tan inverse. Tan inverse of 2 will give us theta. So what will be theta? Theta will be tan inverse. You point the tan inverse on your calculator. Yes. So tan inverse of 2, it will give us 63.43. I want to change it to 2 decimal places. Now let's look at the last question. Let's look at the last question on the lecture 5. If you want to understand this very well, make sure that you go to the lecture 5, previous lectures, then you go and revise from there so that you can get things easy. Now, the last one is if tan s is equal to 3. So therefore, it says if 4 tan x is equal to 3. And as usual, the x is between 0 and 90 degrees. And we have to find A, we have to find x. B, we have to evaluate 1 plus cos x divided by 2 minus cos x. So let's see. First, we are supposed to solve for our angle x. How are you going to find the angle x? So let's tackle that one first. How are you going to find the angle x? So from the equation here, we have 4 tan x is equal to 3. We can clear the 4 by dividing through by 4. So divide through by 4, we're going to get tan x is equal to 3 out of 4. Then we find tan inverse and we are done. We've gotten our x. So what will be x? It will give us the tan inverse of 3 out of 4. You punch this one on the calculator. What are you going to get? Tan inverse of 3 out of 4. 36. tan inverse of 3 out of 4, which is 36.86. So two decimal places will be 87 degrees. And that is our x. Now the b says we have to evaluate 1 plus cos x divided by 2 minus cos x. Now looking at this one, you remember how we solved this some time ago. Don't come and put the x here. If you come and put the x, it will be cos 36.87, and then you can't simplify it unless you use calculator, and they will make you down. You don't have to use calculator. So we are going to use our normal approach. From here, what is the tan is given, we will convert the tan to cos. Now after converting the tan to cos, then we substitute, then we are done. How do we convert? So from here, let me take from here, we have our tan x is equal to 3 out of 4. And you know that tan is opposite of our hypotenuse and opposite of our adjacent. Yes, two are opposite of our adjacent. So for our rectangle triangle, let the angle here be x. This one is opposite to this side, the opposite is 3. The adjacent here is 4. So here will be the hypotenuse. So we have to look for the hypotenuse. So we said the hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So our hypotenuse is m. So m squared is equal to opposite 3 squared plus adjacent 4 squared. So this one gives us what? M squared is equal to 9 plus 16. So m squared will give us 25. Then we square root both sides. So m is equal to square root of 25. M will give us what? 5 unit. So this one is 5. Now, so with this, we can solve our cos. When we solve our cos, then we come and substitute. So let me clean here, then we try to simplify this one. Now, so we have cos x. Let me find cos x here. Now the cos is k, and k is adjacent over hypotenuse. What is adjacent? You let me continue from the up here. What is adjacent? Adjacent is 4, hypotenuse is 5. So we have cos, which is adjacent, cos of the angle x, which is adjacent is 4 over hypotenuse 5. We are looking for 1 plus cos x divided by 2 minus cos x. This is what we are looking for. So we have 1 plus cos s. Cos s is 4 out of 5. Now I want to make it simple. So divided by the down one. The down one also in a bracket. We have 2 minus cos s. Cos s is 4 out of 5. To make it simple. Yes, just to make it simple. The rest is simplification. Now, so with this one, you find your LCM, which is 5. 1 going to 5, 5 times 1 will be 5 plus 4. Because 5 will cancel 5. 1 times 4 is 4. Now, divided by this one, the LCM will also be 5. This one is over 1 going to 5, 5 times 2 gives us 10 minus 5 going to 5, 1 times 4 is 4. So this one will give us what? It will give us 9 over 5 divided by 10 minus 4 gives us 6 out of 5. Now, so we reciprocate. Then 5 will cancel 5. It will give us 9 out of 6. 5 will cancel 5, 9 out of 6. Number that can go into 9 and 6 is 3. So 3 going to, it will give us what? 3 out of 2. 3 out of 2. These are simple as ABC. Now with this one, I'm not going to give any question today. Yes, I'm not going to give any question today. Now we are going to use the same inverse and SOHCAHTOA to solve another form of or another set of questions. Now in the next set of questions, there is going to be diagrams. Yes, we are going to use the inverse and so to solve for diagrams. And after solving for the diagrams, then we concentrate on the application of the trig ratios. Yes. Then gradually will be done. Yes, it's not anything difficult. Make sure you follow and then you make your own notes. Yes. So that when you go to school, it will be simple for you and then your teachers in the school. Yes. Now, make sure you share and then you like the video. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Me.